Otherwise, you know, I'd have all that evidence against me bullying Liam about the SNP. Right, okay then, here we go. Right.
John, you bully me as well.
I don't bully you, bully me. Right, okay, good. So the very last lesson in the whole thing, I think this is the last lesson ever. I think we're finished everything after this now. So in the previous lesson, we configured the following features on the topology. Just that one thing, HSRP hot swappable routing protocol, which you configured here on G01 and here on G01 and the R1 and R3 routers respectively. We made this router the main router, and should anything go wrong, the traffic for the internet is sent down this one instead. And hopefully you did that and tested it and it all worked lovely. Next, we're going to add a wireless element to the network. So we're going to add on here a wireless router so that anyone in the vicinity with a wireless laptop or PC will be able to connect wirelessly to this and be able to ping the internet, or at least ping the default gateway. So the final task to complete the topology will be to add a wireless access point, or WP wireless access, should be WAP. So remember from the previous task that all unused ports were shut down. So if you go back here in the switch, right, all of the ports that are not being used are all shut down, they're all locked off just by using the shutdown command. So we want to open up a port on this switch here. I think we're going to use port F0/6. So we need to open it up because it's locked down, because it won't work otherwise. Yeah, so access S3, just go into the S3 switch, type in en config t, and then type in int space F06 like this, and then just type in no shutdown, and that'll open that port up. Next thing you want to do is click on the wireless device category in the packet tracer and drag and drop the WRT300N onto the canvas. So this is the wireless device, wireless access point that you're going to use. And it looks like, oh, what happened? There it's there. So you just click on the wireless devices category, which is here. You see the WRT300N, which is there, and you just drag and drop it straight onto the canvas, right? And that's what it looks like. Here it is. Next thing you want to do is connect the S3's F06 port, which is the one that you just issued a no shutdown command for, to the WRT300N's Ethernet 1 port with a straight through cable. So you just click straight from here to here. And when you highlight, when you click on the wireless router, it'll pop up and it'll ask you which port you want to connect to. Make sure you select Ethernet 1, okay? And it's a straight through cable, not a crossover. Click on the wireless access point and then click the config tab. Under this tab, click LAN and enter the appropriate IP address and subnet mask. So this is what you'll do. You'll use 172.27.0.30, 255.255.255.0 will be the subnet mask. Right, so you click on the config tab, which is here. So here's the wireless router. Click on it, click config, click LAN, and then there's the IP address there, 172.27.0.30. And you'll notice that that's on the same wireless, on the same network as all the other devices, right? All the other devices in the LAN, that is. So wireless, which is down here, see? So you click that next. Choose WEP, which is wireless encryption protocol, not the most secure, but it works easier than all the others. And enter a 10-character WEP key. So it's done in hex, so you must choose only characters 0 to 9 and A, B, C, D, E, and F, right? So it has to be a combination of that in any form you want, but just the 10 characters, remember. So here it is on config. Click on WEP, and for simplicity, I've just put in 10 A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. That's my passkey, so because I'd forget it otherwise. Okay. Drag a new PC onto the canvas and click the PC. Make up your own key if you want, yeah. Drag a new PC onto the canvas and click the PC, then the physical tab, and power off the PC. And the reason we're doing that is we're going to take out the network card and put in a wireless card instead. Right, so here's the new PC3 that you just dragged on. I've renamed it. Click on the physical tab, as you can see here, and this is a power button here. So you switch that off, otherwise you won't be able to change the network card, right? So once you've done that, go to the bottom of the physical tab. Where is that? This is here, right? This is, you're going to scroll to the bottom of this. Scroll to the bottom of the physical tab and drag the NIC out and into the list of ports at the side. This will leave the bay empty or clear for a Wi-Fi NIC, right? So it looks like this. So there's a physical view here. You scroll to the bottom and you just drag the network card here and drag it onto the list, and it'll disappear like that, as if you've removed it. See? So you've left a big gap there now. Click on the WMP. This is up here. You can see it already. The WMP 300N entry in the list of modules, and drag and drop it into the space left by the previously removed NIC. So there it's there, and you're just going to drag it straight into here like that. See? Did I drag it? No, you drag it for here up. Sorry, my goodness. You click on it there. You see it down here, and you just drag and drop it in, and that's it installed. And then what you need to remember to do is turn on the PC after that again. Choose the config tab. Click on the LAN tab. Click on the WAP wireless access point. Choose the config tab. Click on the LAN tab, and you will see the default IP address and subnet mask. Change these to the following. So here we are. Wireless router. Config tab. And then change, you'll see the IP address and subnet mask in there. Change it to 172.27.030. I think we've already done that. That's weird. Anyway, just do it again if it asks you to do it again. That might be a different bit. Anyway, just do it. On the newly added PC, click on the config tab and then the wireless 0, right? And then enter your 10-digit WEP code into the box provided. So here's PC3. Click on the config tab here. Right, once you've done that, what did it say? Click on the wireless. Yeah, click on wireless here, and it'll open up this box. Make sure WEP is selected, and then type in your key, the 10As or whichever you prefer. You make up your own one if you want. And then if you look down here, you'll see the IP address will automatically be issued and filled in by DHCP. So 172.27.0.100, right? You should see a new PC make a wireless connection to the LAN. Try ping testing it by pinging the default gateway to ensure you're connected. Remember, ping that IP address 172.27.0.2, not 1 or 3. And there's a wireless connection here, as you can see down here, to the router. And there's the ping. So replying from ping 172.27.0.2. And there's a reply message of your 4 pings to show that it actually worked. And then you could go further. You could ping the other interfaces and just ping the internet. So complete the task mentioned in this presentation and test that it worked. And you can watch it on the video, which I'll show you just now. But it's only a couple of minutes, and you're ready for the assessment after that. So, like I just said to what's his name, Liam, just now. Once you've done all of that, you'll have one complete topology with everything in it. And then it's just a case of filling out. You don't repeat all that. Just that's you done it. You're finished. All you then have to do is find all the show run commands. You know, what do you call that? The running configuration file. So you do a show run, print them off, and paste them into the document. So I'll show you that at the end of the wee video. Okay. Discard that. Minimize that. So the video. Why are you not working? It's not like play ball, is it? Oh no. Oh, there it goes. Continue here, right? So back to the OneDrive folder. What am I looking at here? HND, Cisco semester 3, and the final lesson, which is there, we've already done, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the video. See wireless setup.avi down here. So you can download that. It won't run on the web browser because it's a .avi, which stands for Audio Visual Interconnect or Interlace, something like that anyway. So I've already downloaded it, so let's just run it. Right, so there's the topology completed. There's me drag and dropping the wireless router onto the canvas, the WRT 300N. Connect it, port 6, to the first Ethernet port like that. Remember to unlock the port on the switch. Fast forward time and you can see it's all nice and green. It's good to go. Click on the router, click on the config tab, then LAN, and change the IP address to 172.2070.50, Leave the subnet mask, wireless, click on WEP, put in the key, 10 A's for me, so I'll remember it. Just leave that as it is. You can obviously change encryption type if you want. Next, PC, pop it onto the canvas, open that up, and then switch it off, you saw there. Scroll to the bottom and then drag and drop the card out, WMP300N, and drag and drop it in. Power the device on again, silly me. There you go, power it on, yep. Make sure DCP set, that's fine. Interface wireless. And WEP, put in the 10 A's. And wait a wee minute or two and it should fill out the IP address. There you go, 172.2070.100. Connected, and then we'll just find the thing we want to do is ping test it. Or is it? Desktop, command prompt, ping. What are you doing, mate? 127.0.0.1, no, backspace. Ping. 172.2070.2. And that's it working. Bingo. Not too difficult at all. So that's the last part of the assessment you're going to do, right? So then, once you've done that, you're going to complete the assessment. So where is the assessment? If we go to the assessment folder here, there's a Cisco assessment document here. Just open it up. Well, actually, download a copy. Don't open it up. Download a copy. So there we are. There's the topology. There's all the settings. Right, so here's the part. You need to fill this out. Erase the startup config file on all routers. Click in there and type in the commands that you would use for that, right? Don't type completed. That's my bit. And then do the same for each of these. Now, I think it's already configured. It's configured for red ink. That's okay. Right, so fill that out. Then, now if you want, you can type in what you did for each device individually. So interface G01. No, sorry, router name R1. So you can put in the commands that you typed in there if you want. Put them in a different color though, so as I can stand out. Privilege exec password, type in what you did there. And you can do that for the whole thing, right, if you want. But what I would do is, I would go to R1, right? I would do show run. I'd print off the show run, or the wee bit that, well, when you print it, sorry, I would screen grab it, and then I would highlight it. So let's just, if I've not got an R1 to show you. So just screen print it, and then use the wee highlighter pen. So use the wee screen printing tool like this, and then you just highlight the bits like that, right? And you paste it into the Word document, and then you annotate it so you can write over here if you want. Just say something like Mohammed used wee arrows he typed it in. So you can use text boxes, or you can physically print it out and write on a piece of paper and take a photo with your phone and upload that if you want. Lots of different ways to do it. You just say it's something like password, and then something like banner, like that. So you annotate it, right? So you go through the whole thing and do that for every single requirement there. Again, if you want, type in the commands in the box and color code them. You know, make them a different color from the black text so as it stands out, and I'll be able to just see it at a glance. Or just screen print that wee section there. Screen print the router settings. Let me just open up Packet Tracer and show you what I mean by that. Is that our demonstration was brilliant, wasn't it? Not. So router. Right, so imagine this is R1, so just go CLI. I'll let it boot up, obviously. Okay. Show run. Right, then what I do is I scroll to the bits that I need. Obviously nothing set on this yet. Nothing set on that. So just imagine you set an IP address on this and this, right? So then what I would do is click this, new, highlight the bit you want like that. Use a highlighter pen like this. Copy that, click the copy button, open up Microsoft Word. Sorry, not open up Microsoft Word, open up the document that you're working on, the assessment document, this, right? So instead of typing all the answers in, just go to the bottom of that wee section. If we can ever get there, that is. And paste it in. Like that. And then at the side, you would get the insert. How do I do a text box? Oh, because I'm using the online version, it's not as good. I wonder if that would work. No. I can't seem to be able to do it in this. We need to do it. Open the desktop app. Where did that go? There it's there, right? Why will it not let me click there? Because it's a bullet point, is that why? This is completely messed up. Drag that in there, right? And then insert. This is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Insert text box. Where's the text box? Right, let's go for a shape. Arrow. And then you put text inside, I think, can you? No. Well, anyway, you're going to have to work that out yourself. I don't really know. I'm not very good with Microsoft Word. Insert. I just want to put a text box. Where's the text box thing?
On the right here. You just went past it.
Oh, aye. Can I see it for looking to the side here, right? Text box. I'll do. There it's there. It's just really, really awkward, this. Click on that there and then change it to behind text. That should work now. Yep. And then click in there and then say R1 or whatever it is, IP address set on G0/1. And then what I would do now that I've done one of those is I think I just do Control D, copy it. See if that didn't work. Used to work. Oh, it did. That's very awkward, isn't it? Look at this. And then on G 0, 0, whatever it is, like that, and then just you can maybe go and back to insert again or draw. And it's a bit messy, so you have to work away how to make that nicer than that. I mean, that would work though. I can see you're pointing to the different thing. So again, so for each wee chunk, each wee section, like this, so a wee section there. So just do a show run, find the bits you need, highlight them and then annotate them, and paste it below. Right? There's another wee chunk there. Step 6, find the, so you would go to the switch S3, do a show run, highlight it. No, sorry, do a show run, screen grab it, highlight it, paste it in below there, and then annotate it. It's going to be a bit of messing about that for you. And what we did in the college was the students just printed this right off. They printed off the bits they needed, and they just took a pen and wrote on it. But the better students went to the trouble of doing all these annotations, but the other students would just write on it and point to it, which is absolutely fine. You can't really do that, can you? Especially when it's put inside the tables as well, that makes it a bit more awkward. Oops. That's a mess, isn't it? A complete mess. Oh, well, good luck working all that out. Sorry. Alternatively, I guess, rather than trying to copy it directly into the document like I just did there, rather than do that, what you could do is have at the very, very end, you could just put in all the different things, your screen print for each one and label them all. So you could just type in there, whatever section is, section 3, and then type in, paste in the thing, like that. And then you could annotate it to the CISOs, and then next bit, you do section 3, and copy in the stuff you need for that, and then annotate it at the side here, and so on until you're finished. Right? At this point in time, it looks to me like the best thing to do would just be typing the IP, it would be typing in the commands in there. But remember, if you're typing the commands in here, whatever the commands are for that, just highlight them and make them a different colour so they stand out from the rest of the text, and it makes it much easier for me to read. Like that, okay? And I've messed up that document entirely now. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Step 3, part 5, right, okay, that's fine. Let's go back up, see the other mess that we made. Does anybody get any questions about that? That's what I don't want there. This.
No, John, as such, I'm just like, so I'm passed, yeah, this module, yeah?
You've passed yours, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much, yeah.
What I'll do is I'll show you Mohammed's very quickly on the screen so as you can see what he did with it, showing you any answers. So I'll show you it really quickly. Well, you'll just pause it, wouldn't you? Let's close that. If you want to, do you want to keep the, no. Continue here. That should all disappear now. Right, so HND, client operating systems, logbook, Mohammed, SEM3. Right, so here's what Mohammed has done. I won't record this part so you don't pause it and look at the answers. So I'll just stop the recording now. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you look at the answers. I've given you all the answers in the PowerPoints.
I'll
I'll
just
just-
keep it recorded, John. Have you given us everything?
Right, so what Mohammed has done, there's the commands there for the first part. He's typed in red, and that's meant to be me. It writes yes in there. Right, and then for all the other bit, so disable DNS lookup is just put in the no IP domain lookup. Change the router name to hostname R2. She's done it on blue. So these are this is what it's telling you to do, and this is what you did in response to that in blue. Right, and that would be fine. Okay, and that's all you need to do. Or you can do what he did, is what he did both. You don't need to do both. So instead of doing that, let's just start off it, just getting to the start. So at the start, device configuration evidence, router 1, show running configuration with results. Message of the day. It's kind of messed up a wee bit because I've ruined it. Encrypted plain text password, as you can see there, is pointing to this. Message of the day pointing to that. Configure router name host 1 pointing to that. Privilege exec password, which has been encrypted, done. Disable DNS lookup, no IP domain lookup. See? And he's highlighted all the things and then annotated it there at the side, as well as putting in all the commands. So do one or the other. You don't have to do both. Okay? And that would be that. I'm done. Oh. Can stop the recording now.